This is American English with Linda. This episode will be titled Fix This Sentence. But the main thing for most students will be to reread the sentences within the lesson. You may understand the explanation, but it will still be good to repeat all the sentences that you find in this video. So, as we begin, when we want to fix a sentence, we're going to use Rule 1, if a noun is countable. In other words, 1, 2, 3 of these, and the noun refers to just one of that noun, like the word bird. That means one bird. I'm not talking about two or more birds, just one bird. If that's the case, put one of these in front of that word, a or and. Now for the word bird, because it begins with a consonant, it would be a bird, one bird, this bird, that bird. These that have a star, they can be with both bird and birds, but since we need something here, we might want to use these. The bird, my or your or our or his or her, possessive bird, my bird, some bird. Now that can go with birds, but when it goes with bird, it means I have no idea which bird. Some bird. And it can be even less than one, no bird. And that will also go with no birds, some birds, my birds, the birds. But these can only go with bird. So you choose from this list to find something that will go in front of that word. Now you could have an adjective also, the white bird, but the word the or needs to be along with it. The second rule for fix this sentence is the verb, and we're talking about the verb now, must use the form that fits the time and the appropriate pronoun. The pronoun I, you, we, they goes with speak when it's anytime. He, she, or it speaks anytime. This is review for some of you, but I need to explain this when we go into the next part. I, you, we, they, he, she, it will speak for future. I am speaking right now. You or we or they are speaking right now. He or she or it is speaking right now. So we have to match the pronoun and which one of these to use. Now, was speaking and were speaking can be used when we're telling a story, but not included in this lesson. That's a different type of lesson. I, you, we, they, he, she, or it spoke at a specific time in the past, or I, you, we, they have spoken in a general past time, or he, she, it has spoken at a general past time. Now let's look at the rule number 3. A noun that is not countable doesn't need an introductory word, but it can use one. Someone's name with capital letters or caps never needs one. Kindness, that's not a countable thing. We're not saying 1 or 2 or 3 kindnesses. It's not countable, so we don't need an introductory word, even though it's one thing. Kindness makes friendship, it's one thing, grow. But we don't need anything in front of it because it's so general we don't count them in our minds, 1, 2, 3. Rain, it's very general. Rain can cause flooding. Flooding is very general, so it doesn't need a counter word, even though its form is 1. Snow covers the streets, and you could say the yards, or let this the cover for both of them, the streets and yards. this could do for both of them, but these are countable. Streets and yards are countable. Snow is not a countable thing, it's just everywhere. So we don't need a counting word or an introductory word for it. It can, you could say, the snow covered our driveway, but you don't have to. That star means you don't have to right here. Snow covered our driveway. The snow covered our driveway. Now here we have a name of a person. It's capitalized, so we don't need an A, N, or the in front of it. Tom reads a book. That's a countable thing. You can count books. So a book. Fix this sentence rule number 4. A noun after the verb may also need a direction or position word. It's usually called a preposition in front of it. To, toward, up, down, near, around, with, and many, many, many more. A man walked to this bus station. He didn't do anything to the bus station. He's just getting close to it. So since he didn't do anything to the bus station, we need a direction or position word. The man walked to the bank. That man walked home is special. Home doesn't need a to or anything like that in front of it. That man walked to home. We don't say that. That man walked home. It's sort of like to because it is the direction that you're going, but it's also a place. So it's a unique word. Now we have an added note. Some students don't need this, or it's too hard for them because they are not this far along in English. But if you want to know this, verbs can become nouns. One way is to become an infinitive. The word go, if I put to in front of a verb, it becomes one thing in the sentence, to go. And it cannot be the verb anymore. It's not the main verb anymore if it has to in front of it. It can be an adjective, it can be a noun, it can be a lot of things, but in these sentences we're going to use it as a noun. To go is one noun. To learn is one noun. To sing is one noun. A gerund is when we put ing at the end of a verb. It's no longer a verb unless it has a helper like is or are or am. It can have a helper in front of it. Then it stays a verb. But if it doesn't have a helper, it's no longer a verb. And in the sentences we are using, it will be a noun. Going, learning, singing. Those will be nouns in the sentences we're studying. These do not need a and the, in the other words, in front of it, even though it's one thing. It doesn't need one of these words. Gerunds and infinitives do not need these words. Here are some examples. Now, I'm hoping that you will repeat any of the sentences, both for pronunciation and for the grammar, to get used to thinking this way. To learn English takes time. This is a subject noun called an infinitive because it has to in front of what used to be a verb. To learn English takes time. I love to study English. Now we have a gerund down here. It's an ing form that used to be a verb, but now it's something else. Studying English is easier now. Studying English is easier now. Learning English is fun. Learning English is fun. Try repeating those sentences. Now fix this sentence added note 2. When a noun comes after a verb, we were earlier putting an A or an N or the in front of it, but sometimes it needs another word. A direct object, which is a noun after an action verb, doesn't need a direction or position word called a preposition. The giraffe ate a large leaf. This is the action, and something happens to the leaf. The giraffe does something to the leaf, so there's no position word needed here. But a direction or position idea noun needs a direction or position word before it. The giraffe stood beside the tree. Beside shows the position the giraffe is in, but the giraffe is not doing anything to the tree. Here, the giraffe was doing something to the leaf. So it didn't need a position or a direction word. Here, we need a position word. But still, tree is one tree, giraffe is one giraffe, leaf is one leaf. So they do need those introductory words. Now let's try some sentences. Woman go store every day. Subject, verb. This is going to not be a direct object because the woman isn't doing anything to the store. Nothing's happening to the store. So it's going to have a position word. Woman go store every day. One woman, one store. Let's see if we can fix the sentence. A woman goes. This is a she. So she goes, not she go. Woman goes. Here we have a position word to a store. There's one store every day. Now this lets me know that it's one of those anytime forms. So it's goes. The woman works as well as a woman goes to the store instead of a store. Here I don't know which woman, I don't know which store. Here I know which woman and I know which store. A woman goes to the store often, or the woman goes to a store often. We can switch these. It doesn't have to match. The doesn't have to go with the. A doesn't have to go with a. It can be a and the, or the and a. But we still have to match she with the verb. Often is an anytime suggestion. And to is our direction word. One woman, we can count the woman. One woman goes to that store daily. We're pointing to a specific store. We're not in it, it's somewhere else, but we are pointing to it. Some woman, I have no idea which woman. One woman, a woman, also suggests I don't know which woman. But some is even stronger. It's this color because it could be some women instead of just some woman, but it works the same way as the green words. Some woman goes to this store daily. Now I'm close to the store. Let's look at another sentence. Boy, go park yesterday. The whole idea is there, but that's not a good English sentence. Let's fix it. A boy. There's only one boy, so we need an introductory word. A boy. Now we've got yesterday. That's specific past. So we have to use the specific form of the verb went. And went goes with any pronoun, so we don't have to worry about the pronoun here, but we do have to worry about time. To, direction, a park, an hour ago. The boy, now we know which boy, went to the park, we know which park, recently. We're talking about one time, specific time we're thinking about. I didn't tell you when. A boy went to the park earlier, or the boy went to a park earlier. You can mix them. They don't have to be the same. One boy went to that park last week. One introduces boy. Went goes with last week. To a direction. That introduces park. It's one park. So we have to use one of these green words to go in front of park. Some boy, I have no idea which one, went to this park on Monday. On Monday makes it specific past. This park is one park. Some boy, one boy. And then our verb matches on Monday, and to is our direction word. Jim, go back now. Now we have the word right now or now, so I have to use a different verb form. For Jim, which is a he, it would be is going. Jim doesn't need anything, even though it's one person, because it's a person's name and it's capitalized. Now, sometimes an object that's capitalized may need the, but we'll have to decide individually about that. But for a person's name, nothing in front of it. Jim is going, direction to, one bank, so it's a bank, right now, is going, right now. Jim, one person, but it's capitalized with a name used, is going to the park immediately. Jim is going to his, that's another word we can use that shows possession. That works as that introductory word for bank. Now, Jim, person's name, is going to, that would be because of this would be he is going to direction, that one bank, right away. Jim is going to this bank as we speak. That's a very popular idiom meaning right now. We're talking, and at the same time as we are talking, he is going to the bank. It's happening at the same time. So it's a right now as we speak. Good idiom to know. People go airport. Now, sometime before now, but it's not specific. I'm not telling you when. I'm not thinking about exactly when, but it's already happened. It's in the past. Now, here we have the little star because this is plural, more than one person. It's plural, it's not singular. I don't have to have anything, but I can. I can say people have gone. I could say the people have gone, or some people have gone, or no people have gone. I could, but I do not have to. That starts, I don't have to have anything because it's plural. People have gone has to match before now, many times in the past. Have gone, a direction to an airport. This starts with a vowel, so I need an airport many times. Again, I could use one in front of it, but I do not have to. I can just say people, again, have gone before now, to the, I have to say the because that's a vowel, the airport, occasionally. People have gone to the airport occasionally. Again, I don't have to put anything. People have gone to our, and then I got an adjective for airport, our city airport for years. That makes it have gone for years. And this is our direction word, and this is our word to introduce a singular airport. And we don't have to have anything for people because it's plural. People have gone to this airport since May. People have gone to that airport since May. Airport is singular. It needs something. People is plural. It doesn't have to have anything. It could, but it doesn't have to. Have gone matches before now. And I have our position word. People have gone to. Now I made airports plural. Now I don't have to have one of those words. I could, such as these airports and those airports. This is grayed out because we don't have to have it. People have gone to airports recently. Rather than bus stations or train stations, they went to airports. People have gone to airports recently, and it's plural. See the S. So I could say the airports, but I don't have to. Last sentence. Employee go home after work. Remember, home is special, so I don't have to put an A, N, or the in front of that. In fact, I hardly ever would. Never probably use one for home because it's special. An employee, I say an because it starts with a vowel. An employee goes after work. This is what tells me that it's anytime, usually. After work doesn't tell me that, but usually tells me that it's anytime. Goes home after work. The employee, because this is a vowel, it's the employee goes home after work usually. The boss went home at 5 p.m. I had to change the verb to past specific because I gave you a time. The boss went home at 5 p.m. Normally, I would have to put one of these here, but because it's the word home, I don't need to put it. Now we have Nathan. That's a person's name. It's one person, but since it's capitalized, I don't need one of these. Is going, because Nathan would be a he, and I know it's is going because now makes it is going because it's right now. I have to use that form. Now here we have birds. That's plural. See, up here I had one employee. Now I have birds. I don't want to use a or an or one, but I could use the or no or some or one of those others that had the star by it earlier. But I could just say nothing in that spot. Birds have gone south for the winter. Winter is a long period of time somewhere back there. If I say the, I'm talking about the winter that just passed or is, or maybe we're still in it. If I leave out the it's okay because this is a general word. It could mean many winters, we don't know. Birds have gone south for winter. Or birds have gone south for the winter, if I want to. Volunteers, I don't need it because it's plural, have gone upstairs on break, is one. A girl has chosen to study. That's an action, but it's been changed to a noun. Chosen to study Korean. The girl has chosen to study Korean. The man has chosen fishing, an action that was changed into a noun, which is a gerund. Fishing as a hobby. A hobby. Now, let's move on to the test. You fix these sentences. Woman goes store every day. One woman, one store, anytime. And go has to go with she. One boy has to go with he, the verb. One park, specific past. Jim, a person that's capitalized, but one person. Go has to go with he. One bank, right now. People, that's more than one. Go has to go with they. Airport is just one, and it means sometime before now. Employee, one employee. Go has to go with he or she. It's after work. It doesn't matter which time. You can make it any time you want on this one. Is it yesterday? Is it every day? Is it now? Before now? You choose. For the verb. Home, that's the special word, after work. Can you make these correct without looking? I hope so. Hope this helps. See you next time.